Good day, my friends, and welcome to episode 3 of my 500% threat rating reloaded with Randy Random. My name is Icon, and we're going to survive another day, I hope. So today I'm going to complete the rest of my bare necessities of a living. We're finally going to have some tables to eat from, and going to build up a bed for Moss and King, because somebody pointed that out. These guys are married. I derped that. So same for the tables and such. I just forgot them with all the things that I had to set up and the insectoids to take care about. So too many things at once to go, but we're going to handle it now. So another thing that passed my mind during when I ended the last episode was that I felt like Jacob deserved one of those hats. He's definitely head is not too wrong either. So he definitely he gets the next trophy. And my friends, if you haven't done so already, check out my channel. I have lots of other Rimworld content there. And if you find something you like there, leave a subscription. You'll make me a very, very happy man, and you won't miss any future content too. So for today, I'm a little bit concerned, but I'm always pretty concerned. We're having Ocelot on a food binge, and well, I could imprison. Yeah, we're going to imprison him. We have other. In these circumstances, I don't have much tolerance for people trying to eat my food, because this is really dangerous. Food is a very scarce good in this environment, unless I get my hydroponics running. So we're going to arrest Ocelot here and release him afterwards, because that's always a good thing to do. So Saz needs a rescue. Let's do that, and let's watch Nug while she's releasing our only assault rifle. There we go. And now I can just bring him up again. That's he's going to be unhappy because he was imprisoned, but it's still better than having this guy eating all my stuff and people starving afterwards. Maybe that's never going to happen, but let's see. So these rooms have to be finished soon, and I'm going to work with limestone for the tables there. So there we go. And, well, let's put up two on each table, because I think I really want to have at least 2 spots to sit on. So we have lots and lots of insect meat to work with. I mean, maybe not the worst thing. So the double bed I was talking about a moment before. And we're going to uninstall the unknown beds. And I have to think about a storage area too. So many things to do at once. When you're having so many people in your colony, there's the initial base building process feels pretty stressful overall. But I don't want to mutter here. Let's check out what will happen next. And there's an infection for Moss, so let's go for bed rest on Moss as his primary duty. We're going to send King for some doctoring here. No, you're not going to treat yourself. Self-treatment is always worse compared to getting treated. And Saz is having a infection now too, so bed rest priority here as well, just to make sure we get rid of the infection as quick as possible. And I have a neat little bonus towards the towards the immunity when we get attacked again. if we get attacked again. I just forced Nook away from that job because she's on a 0 on medical, and when it comes down to infections, I want to make sure that the doctor there is at least okay. And King might be only sitting on a 4, but I need more experience on those people who are already having some experience. And yeah, the more persons you get on the higher the percentage, the quicker the immunity gain. So, who's my constructors again? Jacob and Saz. So I think we're going to bring Julia up to that job now a little bit more, because I don't want to wait with the double beds and such. So, bulk goods trader, and it's a poor quality now, but it's okay. So Moss and King, there we go. So now they can get some lovin', and that makes them happier. We're going to set ownership for that onto Ozelot, and then I can uninstall these. Alright. So let's see how this will work out. So the rooms down here are getting done quite nicely. And I was quite surprised how upset some people were about the content that's presented here. But if somebody was asking themselves why I made up the setup like it is, it's mainly more people, more guns, more fun, more action. I just didn't want to have such a low-scaled action with 3 people again, because I feel like it's way more fun if I have a lot more people to work with. There's Huskies here. Huskies are powerful, but they need to get trained and they need to get fed. So these are things I'm just not feeling in me right now. These guys are selling wood. It seems like an interesting thing as well. I could sell off my human leather hats here, but I don't agree with that. The herbal meds are something I definitely want to buy. And apart from that, sadly no steel, but cloth. So cloth would be another thing, mainly because of the toques. Because toques are awesome. But if we're going to go for toques, I might be as well buying that sheep wool. Way better. And megasloth wool? No. Alright. Apart from that, I could trade that insect meat to something more tasty, but we're not going to go down that way. Apart from the... yeah, okay. So, well, not the worst trade. Definitely not the worst trade. We're able to make toques now out of that sheep wool. And this way I'm going to have some warm headgear for everybody. That's a good start. Colonist needs rescue. So Zaz collapsed on her own bed. Come on. Alright, colonist needs treatment. That's the infections, yeah. How did it go so far? Well, very, very well. Okay, so King gets to treat Zaz and Moss. There we go. Medical skills getting better out of that. So Zaz might be able to walk again, but just want to wait until the infection is cured. I don't want to risk anything there. I mean, they are now healthy again, that I think I might be able to get them out of their beds. But at the same time, I want to have capacities available if we get attacked again, so I can get them out of their beds without being afraid that the infection will kill them afterwards. So, wow, with the heavy fur parka and the sheep wool toque, Ozelot is sustaining now temperatures down to 76 degrees Celsius. Wow. That's what you get when you slaughter a Megasloth. Nice. Okay. So let's keep doing parkas and toques forever. Might be not the smartest thing to do. Hey, give me a sec, friends. So we're here having some leftover sheep wool, and one toque is left. I'm not going to sell the toque, but I'm going to sell that scrap of sheep wool because I don't need to keep that. Alright, so finally we're getting some civilization in here. I hope. But there's still a human leather cowboy hat on top of the stool. That does give everything a pretty mean note, I think. So come on, Julia. Get going. We need the table. People are really angry about the no table. Even the audience is triggered by the no table. So there we go. Table. Eating some insect jelly on that right away. So they gifted me a short bow. Nice. Thank you. Very, very useless and unnecessary gift. Alright. So the insect meat in those meals are making everybody a little bit unhappy, but insect meat is only a -3. So compared to starving, I think that's a good deal. So, you thought you can rest some, Julia? No, you can't. Now I allow her to. Alright, so that's been done. Now these things need to get done. And I need a few more scraps of steel. Luckily, components seem to be abundant in these mountains, so I won't have any larger problems with that. So the coolers here are not really doing much, but then again the heat is expiring into this outdoors area here, so whatever heats up gets exhausted there right away. But it's only a little bit longer, and then my infecteds are able to do something again, and Ocelot goes into an insulting spree. So, but I noticed something. So Jacob can be released out of his bed rest lock easily. So there it goes. Moss is already having an immunity, so we don't need that anymore. And Zaz is having the immunity as well. Alright, so. And Ocelot is going mad. So we're going to arrest that guy. Insulting spree is just the random insulting spree is the worst. So we're going to arrest him. And this time I'm not lucky. Sometimes they just immediately snap out due to the arrestment. So I don't know what's up with Ocelot, but I'm sure he's going to go into a murderous rage soon. It's always those people getting repeatedly arrested, going into murderous rage one day. It's always them breaking down first. Alright, there we go. So, the things we need now are power conduits. And finally getting my people over there. Okay, nice. So I wanted to check out something, because somebody said I was probably blocking. Yeah, so the wind turbines here are blocking the way now. That's really bad. Damn, I didn't expect that to happen. So thanks a lot to the person pointing out that mistake of mine. I think if I wouldn't have had that comment about this topic, chances would have been that I never really would have recognized that mistake there, honestly. So what I'm going to do is I'm forcing that work here. And we're going to deconstruct these walls there. And this way, I can just get past that thing. Alright, so Randy sends us an eclipse during the midday. There we go. So this way we can now at least get past that thing. I really didn't like the idea of having that problem there. So thanks again, we fixed it. Just repairing a few of those things to make sure it's safe. Maybe I'm going to put up a wall here anyways and fighting it off there. Yeah, let's do that. So there goes. Just want to drop down a slate door before they drop down the resources in that. Alright. So, wildlife, a few insects. Apart from that, nothing. It's just horrible, honestly. Okay, can uninstall a few more of those. And now we're able to flick the switch and check out how this goes. Oh boy, it's actually a very, very powerful source of warmth here. Nice. So, yeah. And, well, okay, Ocelot only went into a daze. Going to let him get his catharsis there. Alright, so let's start. Couples are getting the largest rooms. I really get a really, really bad feeling because it starts to feel like a normal colony to me. That's always the point when it starts to make me sad when somebody dies and such. So okay. And Vladislav. So these rooms up there are not really necessary right now. That's a good thing. I like to have excess room. It's nice to have for prisoners or whatever. So power grid is pretty unhappy with all those heaters running. Well. I mean, we should be able to reduce the amount of heaters by half the amount. Luckily, Ocelot is having that extremely nice clothing, so he doesn't care about sleeping in the snow. Quite a relief, honestly. Alright, so this flank is not that easily attackable anymore. Awesome. So whoever wants to enter over this way has to come through this tunnel here. I like that. So for security measures, I'm going to drop down 1 or 2 limestone traps here. We'll make that 3. This way I'm able to have some perimeter when they want to attack at this place. There we go. Moss is so bad at science, but at least she's getting there. Wow, that's a long solar flare. Oh boy, oh no! No! Get him! I slept out the animal migration! So, this is bad. Alright, Moss has a weapon. The others are not really armed right now. It's getting worse and worse. So, Vladislav was incapable of violence, so he'll get undrafted right away. The thing here is just I want to have as much meat as possible. I mean, this is valuable income of food. man, I derped it. I'm so sad that I derped it. But these stupid birds are reaching the corner of the map any moment, so... How our ostriches are even able to survive here? It's baffling me. Wow. If this thing would have survived, it would have deserved the name of Artful Dodger. So let's check out what happened to Jacob and Zaz. So I'm going to give Jacob that, and Moss is having some form of weapon, and Zaz needs that sword because brawler. Okay. There we go. Well, at least 2 birds. At least 2 birds. So, I might have the technology for geothermal power, but it's not that easy to pull it off. Alright, so this heater is completely unnecessary. We're, as a matter of fact, having trouble here with the amount of warmth. But then again, well, it's not entirely true. These rooms are cozy and warm. So Vaslikri has crash landed here. Hey, what with the steel? Wow. Okay, so I'm going to send Moss to rescue that guy. And let's see. 7 hours. Very, very far away. Let's break that wall by any means. This is if Vaslikri dies now, oh boy, it's we needed 3 hours for the way there, so I'm pretty sure Vaslikri is going to die here. So where's Moss headed? Oh no. So Moss and King are right? Yeah. And the others were Nug and who was the other guy? Jacob. All right. There we go. So, going to set up a sleeping spot here. Okay, whatever. So, death in 1 hour. We're trying to fix that. Let's see if that'll work out. Half an hour left. So, I think Vaslikri might get lucky here. Alright. Wow. That was an emergency treatment. Those ostriches. I could have done so much more of that. Hey Vladislav, what's the deal with you? You just need to install yourself a bed there instead of sleeping next to all that food. And there you go. And we're getting raided by the Quebeco Coalition. Oh my god, that's a lot of people. Jeez. So yeah, that's exactly what you're up to. They're going to wait for us. So I'm going to send my long-range archers to do at least some damage to those guys. So I think the recurve bows are good enough too. So let's check it out. Bolt action rifles are really powerful for this thing. So okay, got a nice direct hit into that guy named Rhino. Now we're retreating, and now the dance of death continues. Alright, I'm going to leave Jacob here as a sort of line of defense. Alright, let's check it out. Rhino will be dead in 12 hours. He lost his toe. What a masterful shot. Okay. So we're wearing them down a little here. And now I have to fall back. Once they go into formation, you better fall back, because once they start doing this, they are considering the attacks, kind of like. So now let's fall back again and use those high range weapons. And Ocelot is sadly not with us yet, because his assault rifle will come in handy here too. So what up with Julia though? She immediately got a hit. I think she was the wimp of the faction, right? So since Vladislav is why doesn't have Julia a bad here? Well, whatever. So since Vladislav is my non-violent person anyways, I'm going to equip the rifle now on Jacob. And he might be a pretty bad shot, but at the same time, it's better than not having anybody here. So I took down two of them here already. Let's just change the target. The more of these guys I can take down before we fight, the better. Alright, there's the next guy down. So we're already wearing them down quite nicely here. I mean, bows against guns, that's a pretty nasty fight for them, but at the same time, we are not on the winning side here, really not. This is a pretty bad fight for us in general, and there's still so many people against me. It's a hard one. So I'm going to let Vladislav tend to Julia, because I feel like that's one of the best things I can do. So King and Ocelot will now be the bait, and I'm going to King, Ocelot, and Jacob. And once the other enemies are swarming closer, I'm going to let Nug and Moss emerge from the corner here, and there we go. So we're trying to take down the melee guy now. And I'm going to attach Zaz to another melee person. There we go. So now things are getting really ugly. I'm trying to punch down everybody who's not assigned or not latched to Zaz in melee, and I'm focusing the fire on single people, and there we go. Oof! Wow, what a nasty fight so far. That was quite hard. So, I mean, it didn't look hard, but this could have backfired terribly on us. So, I'm not taking any prisoners here because I don't feel like I can afford prisoners. I'm having my people not needing any prisoners. I'm needing weapons. So let's rescue Julia. Or what's up with my bads though? Moss and King and Nug and Jacob. For some reason, there has been some weirdness. Alright, so Ocelot gets a bad, and Julia now gets a bad too. Alright. And now we can save Julia. There you go. Alright, now let's get back to the treatments. Nook is not really dying, and Zaz is not really dying either. Awesome. So Moss and King are available. Alright, so everything will go fine. I mean, I could take prisoners here, sure. Could also strip them from their clothing before it gets tainted, but it's not the way I play it. Whoa, guys. Human-like corpses, yeah, but no colonist no stranger corpses. No, that's a no-go. Besides that, I just realized it's time to bring up the crematorium. Because there's just too much raider here to be processed without a crematorium. Alright. So I want Jacob's workforce not on those traps for now, so I'm going to... Oh well, it's even delivered. Whatever. I want that crematorium done ASAP. And please, clean that room. You're having so much blood here everywhere. The next food poisoning is just an inch away if we keep doing it like that. Alright, so with that crematorium, a lot of things are okay. Still having an iron reserve of 66 packaged survival meals, that's okay too. But those raids are really concerning me, because that was a small raid. That was one of those raids that normally is 1 or 2 people large, if you're having only 3 guys with a normal threat rating. So, I mean, these guys were somehow, I admit it, a joke, because it was quite easy to tackle them down. But honestly, if Zaz would have gone down, not cool. Things would have gone not cool. So my complete situation here was very narrow. It looked good, but it was in fact pretty narrow for us. So they are taking off their human leather hats. I have to think about that, if they're allowed to do that. But whatever might be the case, my friends, it's time to say goodbye for today. It has been hell of a ride. I really love this series so far. I'm so happy with everybody watching it, because one way or another, I'm going to lose this sooner or later. I'm very positive about that, but let's make it a show until we get there. So feel free to leave comments down below, even mean ones, I don't care, because I mean, Randy is with me, so I'm having enough problems. And besides that, feel free to leave a subscription as well, because it'll make me as a content creator super happy, and you won't miss any future content if you want to. So I hope you're having a wonderful time until you get up the next episode, whatever that might be. And until then, I say goodbye.